This is the PPC Tutor Podcast. Join us as we provide valuable tools, tips and resources, helping you to kickstart your PPC career.
Hi everyone, today I want to talk about Google Ads, and the question is Google Ads the best PPC platform? My name is Mike, and this is the PPC Tutor Podcast. And one of the things I enjoy doing is just talking about how Google Ads and other PPC platforms are performing for advertisers. And the reality is that many advertisers are doing well, many are struggling, and that's for various reasons. So today I just want to talk about Google Ads as a PPC platform. Comparison to many others, is Google Ads the best PPC platform? And that thought is actually quite prevalent because one, Google Ads tends to be the most popular. Many advertisers use it. There's a lot of interest around Google Ads simply because of the volume of searches, especially with the Google search engine itself. But Google Ads is a large platform. It's got many ways of advertising. In fact, it's such an interesting platform in that it's got ways to advertise businesses, even musicians, organizations, charities that are so far from what a lot of people think. Because when we think of Google, we just think of search. But you can advertise with video, you can advertise with display, you can even advertise an app and set up an app campaign, and you can advertise your shop in e-commerce and submit product feeds and advertising Google Maps, a local business and so forth. So Google is really a large platform, and many businesses, many advertisers use it in different ways. I say businesses, but it's not just businesses that advertise on Google. Even individuals advertise different services and products, and charities, non-profits, governments as well advertise, and political organizations, all types of organizations advertise in Google, and similar to other platforms, I guess, like Microsoft Ads and other PPC platforms. But is Google Ads really the best PPC platform? When we're talking of PPC, we're talking pay-per-click. That's the model. That's the primary model that you find with Google Ads. And there are other PPC platforms. Some are social media sort of orientated kind of thing. And some are search, so search engines and stuff. But the model is really you only pay when there's a performance, like someone actually clicking, whether it's clicking the ad, clicking the phone number to call, and so forth. So there's many different platforms, and Google Ads is one of the main ones. So to answer really that question, you really have to look at many factors. So one of the factors you need to look at is performance. Why would Google Ads really be one of the best or even the best platform? One of the things about Google Ads in terms of accuracy and relevance, it really beats many platforms in that sense, because one, when people are on the Google search engine, for example, they are highly qualified. So the intent is really quite high. If someone is searching for something, it really shows that they have that interest, and they probably want to purchase, or they want to contact or download something, or just look for information. So the intent is really high. And that's one of the main reasons why Google Ads is really at the top, and why I believe it's the best in that sense. I mean, there are other search engines like Microsoft Ads, DuckDuckGo, and many others, Yahoo, and Bing, and so forth. But Google has the lion's share of the market. I believe they've got over 79% or something, which is huge. That's a lot of traffic, billions of searches every day. for products, services, and so forth. So really, Google is the best in that sense. No other platforms comes really close. I'm not sure what Microsoft Ads is at, but I believe it's definitely under 10% in terms of the overall market, which is far behind Google in that respect. And so, from a performance perspective, the fact that you're targeting people who are searching and the combination of the volume really makes Google the number one. I mean, a lot of businesses, companies, organizations run PPC ads on social sites, on LinkedIn and Facebook. I've run some LinkedIn ads, very powerful, able to really connect with people and reach the right audiences that you want with some of these tools. And in fact, I just recently ran a LinkedIn ad. It was very successful. I was promoting a webinar for people, for marketers, those who are running Google Ads campaigns. And it was very successful. However, what I noticed is that the volumes they're not anywhere near what you get with Google Ads. The conversion rates are good on LinkedIn and so forth. And the average cost per click sometimes is a bit lower on some of these social sites because there's less direct competition, unlike search and so forth. But the volumes is an issue. If you really want to scale up, it becomes really a challenge. And that's where Google really trumps many of these other platforms. Google allows you to really scale up. Sometimes there are challenges in picking audiences, and I tend to find that with the Google display ads and so forth. But you need to do a lot of testing, put in some time. You usually need to have more budget in that sense, especially if you're going to run display ads than you normally would have with LinkedIn and Facebook and any other social platform. So that's something to consider. I mean, the social platforms really give you audience tools that allow you to target specific people based on demographics and so forth. And or even careers and whatever job roles they have. And you still do have some of that with Google Ads, but the social platforms really do that well, but they tend to struggle when you're looking to really scale up. So that's where I find Google Ads is also really good and a great platform in that sense. And control, when we talk in control is things like budget and spend. Here, many PPC platforms are similar. It's easy to control how much you're going to spend on Google, similar to social sites, Microsoft. So there really isn't one that beats others in that sense in terms of how much you can spend. This is an internet advantage over other forms of advertising out there. And these online platforms really do it well, and Google really does it well in that sense. You can set a daily amount of how much you want to spend. If you want to spend £50 or $100 a day, that's up to you. You can start it, stop it. You can do it instantly, start today and get online and get going. So so many ways that you can do with your budgets on Google Ads and many of these other platforms. And then you also think about things like the range of tools. I mean, Google really is way ahead in terms of the range of tools and platforms. In fact, the Google Display Network is the largest in the internet. It reaches over 90% of the internet, and that's huge. There is no network that I believe comes anywhere close to that. I'm sure there's others, but the Google Display Network is huge. You can advertise on all kinds of platforms and sites, and even for industries where there's almost zero searches, very new industries where people don't search. Some of these tend to be like IoT, where they're targeting engineers and stuff. Google does that well because it gives you platforms that you can advertise on and run them like that. So these are some of the reasons why I believe Google Ads is the best PPC platform, and many advertisers are using it. But as you advertise, you can test different ones, then see which ones really work for your business and then go with that. But that's really up to you. And I thank you for listening to this episode. Check out my other episodes. And if you got any questions, comments, just reach out to me. And I look forward to hearing from you.
Thanks for listening to another episode of the PPC Tutor Podcast. To find out more, why not connect with us online by visiting our website at www.mikencube.co.uk. Join us again next time for more valuable tools, tips and resources helping you to kickstart your PPC career.